So you're the real fool. You're the real idiot. Eh? Eh?
Welcome back to my channel. If you can hear any noise, there's a school next to my house, but I hope the mic is covering the noise as much as possible. So today, it's been a long time I made a video about a braided wig, and I started this wig not with the intention to film it, but I just thought, why not? Even though I have like many videos on making a braided wig, but it's been a while. And some of you might be too lazy to go and check that one, even though I'm going to link them still, because those ones are going to have the proper detailing. But I just want to just show this. Who knows? So I have started, as you can see, and this is from my customer that started patronizing me, I think last 2 years or so, in what's the name of this place again? Abia State. So she wanted a braided wig and waist length and with the 2 by 6 inches, and this closure was ventilated with attachment. And yes, so I started braiding already. And for my explanation, so let me just do that here before we continue, because I've started. So I don't, for my braided wigs, I don't like, how braided wigs, some people do it and it's like, here you can see the closure, like you can see the back. I don't like my braided looks looking that way. I like it to look as natural as possible. So what I do is I braid like 3 or 4. So for this one I did 3 to cover up the back, because I don't like where it now shows that, oh, they just braid like this, and then you can see where they put. Do you understand? I don't like that. So I usually plait like 3 or 4. I usually do 4 behind, but for this one I'm doing 3, and then before I go ahead and do the rest. So this is a 2 by 6, like I said. And so for here you can see that now this is supposed to just give me here is supposed to just give me 2 lines, but I am doing, so because of the way I sewed the closure, it kind of stretched out. So I have a little bit for the side here where I did 1, 2, 3, where I did 4, and the same thing is going to happen for this side. Like this part that is out here, I don't know if you can see that. So I'm just going to have 4, and then I do my 3. Do you understand? So now I'm just going to show you guys like how I'm catching the hair, and then I show you guys how I'm also doing the back, and then when I am filling for the sides. And for the sides, my trick is, because this is the highest point of the head when you wear it, so if you don't cover up this place, it's going to show. So from, no, I think I'm even going to do that for everywhere. It is for when I'm doing like a 5 by 5 or 6 by 6, I tend to like skip. So the skipping is that I put the hair right here, but like I leave, I'm just going to link it so that you guys understand what I'm saying. But I like leave little spaces. I don't bother to come to finish it all off, right? And then, but when I get to this part, I make sure that I don't leave any spacing. You understand? By the time I start braiding. But since this is a 2 by 6, I'm not leaving any space. I'm going to fill it all up. So filling it all up is going to cover further, because the ones you're going to put inside, you're not doing everywhere. Do you understand? So the one, what you're going to do, what you're going to put here is what will now cover this other part. And then by the time you're putting one, focus on this place and make it still cover up. Do you understand? So we're going to do it, and you guys are going to see. But still, again, I'll put like 2 or 3 videos of braided wigs that I've made, where I made a 4 by 4, the ones with French curls, so that you guys can understand. And people say, oh, braided wigs, they look tacky and everything. No, even your normal wigs look tacky when you don't do them. Your normal wigs, they look tacky if the closure is out. Your frontals, when you install them, they are not looking all natural. That is tacky. So people that come and say braided wigs, and one thing women should stop wearing a braided is a lie. When it's done properly, you can never tell. And I do it properly. So come and patronize. Anyway, so yeah, let's get into the video. Mwah. Okay, so look at what we have. You can see the first 4 that I did, and then we have 2 more lines, right? So the way I do it, my trick is, for the next line, you can see that the other lines, they are dropping in between these ones. Now this helps me, give me more covering, and
I've been making braided wigs, so this really works. I had to figure it out. But then for the last two lines, they are going to fall accordingly. And if I'm working with like a 6 by 6 or a 5 by 5, right? I make it the last three lines. So yeah, we're just putting our hair, and it's just how you do your knotless braids. And another trick is that when you are sewing your closure part, you don't need to put too much hair, because your closure alone, the hair on it is already there. Okay, because if you do that, your closure is going to look heavy. It's going to look too thick and heavy and not natural at all. Again, I've been doing this for a while, so I know what I'm saying. And then to add the length, I just go ahead to add, like when I braid almost the first one, I just add like two strands and that's it. I continue braiding and also try not to make it too big. And another thing I did was to blow dry my hair, because I was trying to get like a bone straight kind of look, those extensions that come like very straight. So I thought I was going to get that, but I did not really get that. But yeah, so you can see the amount of hair I am picking, very small, because we already have hair on our closure. Putting big hair is going to be, it's not going to look nice, and that's why I think people will come and say, oh, braided wigs are blah 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 blah, but it's not true. So yeah, now this one, you can see that it's on like the same line with the previous one. Again, if I was working on a 5 by 5 or a 6 by 6, something that is bigger, I'll make it the last three. So now look at how the position of my hand is going. I go in with my left hand first before my right hand. Do you understand? Because there's where it makes it fall. Again, I'm saying this out of experience. I've noticed. Okay. So I'm not going to do with my left hand first before my right, because it's going to give me a different shape. So you can see how the hair on that side is falling that way. If I do it the other way here, my hair is going to fall to the face. So what I do is when I turn it, I put my right hand first before my left. You guys are going to see that when I like finish braiding. So yeah, I'm putting my right hand first on the other side though. I don't know how you braid yours, but this is, if you braid like me, fine. So my left hand before my right on this other one, because I want the hair to fall away from the face, not on the face. Doing it the other way will just make one side falling on the face and then the other side falling backward. Do you understand? So you just still do the same thing, the same not less stuff. Pick your hair, put your hair accordingly. And as you're braiding, try to make sure that your hair is not turning, because there's a way it's going to turn and it's going to make like a knot at the top. So make sure that everything is laying flat. So just take it slowly, and if you do that it turns, make sure you lose it, because that's happened to me several times. I even here, there was one that I had to, I think one or two, that I had to go back and lose, because again we're trying to give perfection. This customer trusts me so much. Fourth time patronizing, I cannot give her rubbish. Do you understand? So yeah, you just braid the same way. Now, can you see what I'm saying? This side now are falling this way. This other side are falling that way. If I did like the same pattern with my hand, this other side would have been falling forward to the face. Do you get? So that is very, very important. That's a very good trick. Do you understand? I hope you guys are learning. Anyway, so we're just going to finish up this very last one, and then we're going to go ahead to do the filling of the back of the hair. Now, all you need is your large hook, this big sized one. And then how I know the amount of hair to put is, I just pick like how I'll be putting on the closure side. I pick three. Now that gives me the amount that I will need. Again, I'm not going too heavy, because your hair will be too, I don't know. There are those wigs that I used to see that are not cool. You don't want your hair to be heavy. You want it to look nice. Do you understand? So yeah, you just go carefully, and already I adjusted the wig cap, right? I don't know. Okay, I didn't show you guys. I adjusted the wig cap. So now this is another trick that I do. Remember what I do on my closure, where I said I put one to be in between one? I'm going to do the same thing here, and that's how I do the whole of the back. I use the same trick. So I'm the next one, the next line is going to fall in the middle. So every hair that I'm braiding is falling in is falling in between is falling in between two hairs. Do you understand? I don't know if you're getting me, but yeah, that's the trick. So at this point, I was done putting the hair all in, and I told you guys to concentrate on the back a little bit, not too much, so that it's not looking bumpy, but a little bit, because the top of your head is going to raise that part up. So you need to concentrate on that part so it covers up. And another thing I forgot to do is I usually lose my closure, whether a 2x6 or a 2x4. I usually lose it and then ventilate on this extra part that looks white, because I hate that white looking part. So I was wondering why I wasn't having like up to 3 lines to braid on. Do you understand? Like the third one was just 4 braids that I did there, and then I realized that, oh, I did not lose it. That was the mistake I made. So yeah, I started filling in, and guys, I lost the clip of how I was putting. I don't know how I don't know. I think I deleted. I can't even tell right now. But I lost the clip of how I was like following the lines. But this is what I'm saying. So you just have to follow it. And for this part, I use a smaller large hook. Okay, so you have to follow it so that there is no space showing. Now this is what covers up your whole hair for you, and you can see what I'm saying that I don't like, right? If I had like 3 or 4 lines, that would have covered. If I had like 3 lines at least, you can see the front part, it covered a bit, but this other part that it was just two, it did not really cover. But yeah, so sorry. I'm just going to link. Please watch that other video I'm going to link, because you're going to see that there. And yeah, so I finished braiding and then I trim. Trimming is very, very, very important. It's going to help with how neat your hair looks. Make sure you trim. Don't skip trimming parts, okay? All those short hairs that show. And that's that for the video. This is what it looks like. I also attached my band to it, and then I also adjusted the wig cap again. Still, like, I used my sewing machine to just catch the back. I also tinted the lace, as you can see. So yeah, that's that for this tutorial. Make sure you watch the one I'm linking. Okay, bye guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Mwah.